Going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. So, I'll wait for some people to show up here, but what's happening, folks? One more day left. One more day to go of the week. One more work day, I guess. Oh, anyway. I need a pencil. I need a sharp pencil. Well, okay. All right. So, yeah, in true Schaefer art fashion, I asked you guys earlier in my community posts, I asked for some what you call it, suggestions for animals today, and of course I didn't take any of them, so we're doing something totally different. So this is the reference photo. I did read all the suggestions actually, which were really good, and some of them I did find some new photos and stuff that I'm going to use in the future, and I finally have made a database list of all the animals out there, and then I've tagged the ones that I have drawn. So now I have a list of animals that I've drawn, animals that I haven't drawn yet. So now I don't feel as lost anymore. So anyway, see if we can. That's going to be too big. Okay, let's figure out the bottom here. So he's going to be about this tall. I'm thinking. So I think down here, just trying to get the overall kind of gestural size of him that I want on the page. So something like that, maybe. Maybe he's a little bigger. Maybe he's a little bit fatter. Hard to tell. You know, I painted a puffin a few years ago on the stream, one of my very, very first live streams, when I didn't have this camera, I didn't know what I was doing. And yeah, and I'm looking to grow the list of animals too, patio 87. So if anybody has any suggestions, but I have like a list of like 100 animals so far, something like that, a few insects and stuff. But I painted a puffin. I think I still have it somewhere. I haven't seen it in a while. I painted a puffin on the stream a few years ago, and it turned out really well, actually, really good. I'm trying to think, where is that painting right now? I wanted to show it actually, but I painted it from a photograph that I took at the Alaska aquarium. I've never, well, did I see puffins in? I don't think I saw any puffins in real life, like in the wild, in real life. I've seen them in real life. I just haven't seen them like in their natural habitat. So here we have this kind of gestural, it's got a nice little stance going on. Try to capture that. But yeah, I was gonna mention, I remember last time drawing him and trying to paint him, and I had trouble like figuring out the width and the measurements and stuff. It seems I'm running into a similar problem right now, but should be okay. I feel good about the shape that I captured at the very beginning, so just gonna run with that, see where I end up. Anyway, how's everybody going? Yep, sharks on the list. I've already drawn a shark before. I could draw more though, for sure. Tarantula, that's not on my list. I'm gonna have to add that. Cobra, be cool. Have you drawn an axolotl tool? No, I have not, but I did see your suggestion of that. I have that on my list. It's a very interesting little creature. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's very interesting. I didn't even know that thing existed, so until someone pointed that out on YouTube. Okay, got a beak here. Eye around there, I think. Maybe more to the right. It's more to the right. It's more in line with the neck here. These interesting markings. I thought this one would be cool to add some splash of watercolor as well at the end. I'm thinking maybe do his beak and maybe around his eye, like really strong, like red orange. And maybe the little yellow thing on his beak here. This little part. So if you guys look at the reference, it's pretty colorful, right? But I saw some other photos of puffins and I really liked like a dark blue background. It looked really cool. So I was thinking having that red orange with like a dark blue kind of dark bluish slightly turquoise background possibly. More dark blue than turquoise though. Hoadzin. 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 I don't know. I've never heard of that bird. I'll definitely look it up though. I mean, let's see if I can find any photos. For sure. Gonna have to refer back to this. I'll rewatch the chat when this stream is over. Take some notes. Okay, let's see his beak. The middle of the beak is about here. So it's like we're gonna have a little bit of white pen today and possibly some, I might do some brush pen too to get the black in there. Might do some brush pen. Oh, I'm kind of been ignoring this giant gray spot on his head. Didn't even notice that. Till I said something now about the black part of him. It's got like a mask on, like a gray mask on. Cool. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. So we got a shadow going down, really nice diagonal shadow. It's really lovely. You know, his little feet here, they're gonna disappear. I'll draw some grass and stuff, just like the photo. So, see, is he too far out? I think I made him too wide, actually. I think I made him too fat. Oh well. Maybe he'll be a fat puffin. Let's see, how could I correct this? Let me see. Actually, I could easily correct this. It's just this side here. It's not a big deal. So, that's like where the white part is of him. And then his wings kind of come out here. So now, and then I bring this down, his leg comes inward. Shouldn't look as fat anymore. Let's see, where's his leg? Right about there. It's pretty much on point. But maybe he's longer? It's fine. It's not gonna worry about it too much. I'm sure there's fat puffins out there feasting on fish all the time. It's gotta be. Or maybe a certain time of the year where they get more fat, actually. Just from seasonal stuff. I don't know. Okay, pretty good. Let's erase some of these guidelines. Let's see what I'm working with here. Let's see what's really going on. All right, we got a quiet chat today. It's all good though, no worries. Oh, we got people on Facebook. All right, we got Peggy, Jesse, Lindsay. What's going on Facebook? Thanks for tuning in. Going on, Jesse? The Beak. I've watched you draw and paint for a long time. The Cherry Blossom. Oh, that's been a long time, Lindsay. That's a long, many, many years ago. That was like acrylic. Yeah, maybe his beak's too big too, huh? Ooh, just a little bit. There we go. Something like that. That looks more Puffin-like. Now he's looking like a Puffin. Cool. I think that's pretty good. We're gonna have some grass here, like I said. I'll do that with the pen though, mostly. And thinking like a bluish, I don't know what kind of shape or something in the background, but we're gonna do like blue against this red, orange, and yellows and stuff, I think. So he's got gray on his beak here. The rest will be red or red-orange. I could make his feet, his little legs, paint his little legs too, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, so got a nice shadow. I think I can get into the ink pretty soon here. Luckily, this one went really well. Somewhat well, at least. Yeah, I feel okay. I feel okay about this one so far, but you never know. Anything can happen, folks. All right, let me see. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think it's a good start. Feel good about it. Mostly. Okay. Um, yeah, they do have cute orange feet. Yeah, it would be cool to kind of like highlight all the little red orange stuff, orangey stuff with watercolor, and then have like a bluish background. That's my goal. So we can knock this one out pretty quickly. I think that was about 12 minutes, 10 minutes of drawing. Not perfect. His head's a little long, I think. Needs to be shorter overall. I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm about to. I'm about to just do it because I feel like it's kind of off. Sounds good, Jesse, over on Facebook. They said, while I watch you, I'm drawing the Puffin too. Cool. Got some people drawing along. Just don't make the mistakes I made. Let's see. Sometimes you gotta just, even if it looked good, but it was wrong, I want to try to make it better. Let's just try a little bit to make it better. I think I can do it. Maybe. It may end up looking exactly the same. It's possible. But at least I can try really quickly. Since we had a good start and I didn't take a lot of time, let's just try to make this one as best I can. Doesn't need to be perfect, but his head was just need to be more rounded than like it was more oval. And I'll probably still change it when I go in with the ink too. I'll probably draw it slightly differently. Just depends. Let's see. Just gotta... Doesn't need to be perfect, like I said. Doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to look like a Puffin, and I think it does, so I think don't really need to mess with it anymore. Yeah, I mean, it's probably exactly the same thing I had. Pretty much exactly the same thing. But I tried. What's going on, Lane and Amanda? Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like button, folks. If you're tuning in, please hit the like button. Come on, man. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Helps me out. Helps me out here on YouTube. So I'm going to lighten this thing up just a little bit, just rolling the eraser over it. Because I got this little fancy eraser. This just lightens it up so I'm not too distracted by it. And I can put the, just follow kind of like a ghostly image while I do the pen line work. Going on, Jeremy? Yeah, I think, and Andy, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I think we had a good start here. You know, I just got to keep it going. You know, I just got to keep the momentum going. So let me see. I think with the ink, I'll zoom it in a little bit. We can just zoom it into there. Looks pretty good. Okay. Here we go. Here goes everything. Enrique, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Glad to see a lot of people able to make it today. Really appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing well. Yes, Lane. This one's definitely going to have some color. I think I was talking about this earlier, but I know you weren't here. No worries. For everyone else that's been here, I apologize, but gonna say it again. Yeah, I'm gonna do like red orange on the beak, probably. And maybe the feet and around his eye. Just these little parts of like red orange. You know, there, and there. And then I'm thinking like a dark blue, slightly turquoise background. I saw some photos earlier that had like a dark blue background. I really loved the color harmony that it had, so I was like, ooh, I want to try that. Even though I didn't use one of those photos, but that's okay. Let's see, so this goes down. Hello, Sherry. Yeah, I'm going to use watercolor for the colors. Yeah, I really like the orange and blue combo too. I'm really attracted to like warm versus cool. So this one will be interesting. You know, normally I do like monochrome with these drawings. Normally I only do like one color. So this one, I guess it'll be different because I'm not doing that. I'm gonna try to do a few different ones. I think I did two colors another time too on the bird that I did. I had a green background with like a red spot on the bird. So it looked pretty cool. But yeah, I'll use watercolors, but the thing is this paper isn't really great for watercolor. It's not really great for a lot of water. So the way I have to use the watercolor is quite opaque. You know, it's not like just using a wash or something with watercolor. I can't really do that, unfortunately, with this paper. So no pen and ink watercolor washes until I finally just man up and start doing pen and ink with watercolor paper. Um, so I'm just gonna have to use it a little more opaquely. It's a bit challenging, but I do like the effect it gives off. You know, you get like a strong color. And yeah, it looks cool usually. So far, after doing, I don't know, how many have I done so far in this sketchbook? Like 10, maybe 10. I don't know. I've sold a few of them, so I can't really keep count. I can't go back and count, but if I can go back and count the live streams, I've probably done like 10 of these with different colors and stuff. And yeah, the effect's really cool. Yeah, so this one's pretty straightforward, which I kind of like. I wanted something that was just kind of basic, you know. Man, they got some crazy looking eyes, man, that's for sure. Especially when I was in Alaska at the aquarium, they had there was a special time of the year. There's only a certain time of the year. It's very rare to usually see them, but the males have. Uh, so if you see this photograph, how they have this dark line going horizontal, but there's a certain time of the year where they're like mating or something, and they'll have a vertical line going from the top. You can kind of see it here, but the photographs that I had, it's like really prominent. It's like, whoa, it's really weird. They're very interesting. But yeah, it's apparently it only happens for a very limited time to see that kind of a thing. So it was cool that that happened while I was there. And to get photos of it. But man, it's weird, man. When they look straight at you, they look mean. Like just the way their eyes look and stuff. It's like, whoa, they look fierce. But I guess the lady puffins like that, man. They want a fierce puffin, you know what I'm saying? I guess so. Tough world out there for the puffins, you know what I'm saying? EAS, what's happening? Yeah, that's the thing. If I did like watercolor paper, like I'd have to have like they do make thicker toned paper just like this. It's just a little more expensive. I was looking at it today actually, and I was thinking about buying some of it. So this sketchbook's normally like 50 sheets for like 11 bucks, 12 bucks, and the other one is 15 sheets for the same price. So it's like this one's like 25 cents a sheet and the other one's like 80 cents a sheet. So it's a little more expensive, not too bad, but it would be worth it to like try some different kinds of techniques every once in a while. Use some thicker tone paper. And I've used the tone paper on the stream before. I have a smaller pack of it that's thicker, and you can do like gouache with it and stuff. You know, I've done gouache with the tone paper a lot. Oh, the color of their beaks varies too. Yeah, that's interesting. That's really cool. Yeah, now that you say that, like this one has gray on one spot, but I've seen other photos where they didn't have that. So, very interesting, colorful birds, no doubt. It's really cool. Really cool. What's going on, Elena? Asha, art and craft. What's happening? Nathan, what's going on? Brian, how's it going? Thanks everybody for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to like and subscribe. Well, don't subscribe if you don't want to, but hit the like button at least. I don't want any more subscribers that don't want to watch. I don't want useless subscribers. Not useless, of course, but you guys know what I'm saying. Okay, let's see. Unengaged subscribers, you know what I mean? Okay, where do I go from here? I think I'll do some grass, I guess. Or do I shade him first? Yeah, let's shade him first, I guess. So I think, do I do brush pen up here? Or do I just do, let's just do this first and see what it looks like. We'll just get all the dark areas first, and then we'll go from there. There's a little bit of variation in the black here, but not too much that's visible. But I might change it a little bit. I might make a little more light and contrast than we can actually see. So maybe I'll keep this part here a little bit lighter in the middle and then darken it towards the edges and under here. Okay. Glad to hear that, Elena. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Shopping art supplies in Iceland? Yeah, I can imagine that. No doubt. Don't worry, I wasn't complaining about the price. I was just stating it's a little more expensive than this lighter, not as heavy kind of paper, you know. That's all. But yeah, I can imagine. It's probably pretty crazy. Okay, we need to shade the top of the head as well. Ah, okay. Give me like literally 10 seconds, folks. It's like 10 seconds. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. I thought I heard somebody calling me on my phone in the other room, so. But it wasn't actually mine. It must have been like a neighbor's phone or something. I could hear it. I apologize. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like important or something. So forgive me. Okay, so what I'm What I'm worried about are these parts of darkness. So there's dark up here. This is a little, this whole spot looks darker than this area because this area is so light. So basically I don't want to shade these areas yet until I have the light on there, and then I can see if I need shade. I'm probably going to need shading here, but I don't want to prematurely put it in and then it's going to look weird, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go with the white pen and do this light area, and then maybe a little touch up here as well, and then go from there, see what it needs. Now, which white pen should I use? Should I use the really bright one? Yeah, let's go with the really, really bright one. Let's go for it. And we'll just start in the brightest area, I think. Oh boy, if that's how this pen's gonna write the whole time, this is gonna be fun. Okay, there we go. He's getting there. Hopefully he'll be cute, I guess. Oh my gosh, this pen. All right, we need another white one. Different one. Let's try. Do I have any new ones? Not really. These have been facing downward though for a while. Let's see. Okay, I just need to make note of this line here. So we have like shadow right down here. And a little shadow here. Okay. It's just gonna guide me a little bit there. Gosh, these white pens suck. I really need... I almost want to get like some liquid white ink and have like one of those dip pens that I can just... Yeah, it's a Uniball Signo. Yeah. These things like suck at writing for some reason. It must be like the type of white ink or something. I have trouble with every... The problem is I really like the brightness of them. And see, when I test it, every time I go up here to test it, it works. It works up here. As soon as I go to test it, works fine. And then, but when I try to just go like this, it doesn't work. Like, what's the deal? I just tested it. That's so frustrating. All right, we're going with straight lines today, it seems. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a link to the pens I use. Don't buy those. Don't buy those. Yeah, this is one I use, Signo. I have Jelly Roll too, but these are a little bit brighter. But no, these are good. These are good when they work. It's just I'm not sure what the deal is. There we go. It's like once you get it flowing, then it seems to work better now. I don't. It must be like a bunch. It must be like some dried ink there, and I. It's like once I get it flowing now, it seems to be going better. It can just be frustrating sometimes when I'm trying to do things quickly. because I always try to do everything quickly. Lindsay, yeah, you can't send the pic through here. You can send me an email though. Just go to my website, schaeferfineart.com, and I have my email on there. It's just info@schaeferfineart.com. You can send me an email, and yeah, just send me an email. You can send me a photo that way. Yeah, I've always had trouble with the dip pens too. Like I always like scrape the paper or something. I don't know how to use them. I think I've always just had cheap ones, but I really need to. I would like to like maybe experiment with those. I've seen other people use them and they seem to go fine, but every time I try to use them in the past, it's just like disaster. Like start scratching the paper and like tearing it, and then the ink doesn't come out. The ink only comes out for like half a second, and then you got to re-dip it, and I'm just like, wow, this must be a crappy pen. Alright, I'm gonna try a different white pen. This is just frustrating. Okay, this one seems better, even if only slightly. Okay, spoke too soon. Yeah, all these suck. Maybe I just need new ones. I think they're all just getting old, and the ink's almost gone. Getting to the end of the line here. It's been a while since I've bought new pens for these white ones. It's been a few months, I guess. So maybe that's the problem. Jesse on Facebook asks, what do you think about using whiteout pens? Would they work or do they bleed too much? Well, personally, I wouldn't use those because they're not like, I mean, this one's not really an art pen either, I guess, but I don't know. I've never really used a whiteout pen, but I don't think it'd be something I would want to use. I don't know how permanent those things really are, or how long it would last, or how good it would be. You could try it, I mean, experiment with it, but yeah, probably not something I'm gonna try, to be honest. So I'm gonna start trying to fade this white out as it goes down into the shadow area, the line of the shadow. Start fading it a little bit. If my pen will even write. we go. Not bad. Let's draw a little bit of light up here. Oh, maybe. Trying to. It just doesn't really want to do it. But I want it to do it. But I think this white pen is a little too strong for up there anyway, so let's move to the jelly roll. Let's try to fade this out a little bit. So this is a different white pen, and it's a little less bright. So that's why I don't use it as much, but it's still just as annoying to use a lot of the time. You know, one thing I could maybe I'll try to use one day. I don't know if it'd be any better or if it'd even work on this paper. I have one of those, I don't know, do I still have it? Let me see. I think I got rid of it. I used to have this, oh, I still have it. This Posca paint pen that's white. I've never really tried this thing. I could test it out and just see what happens. I've had, oh, it's funny, Nathan just mentioned that. Yeah, I actually have one right here. I didn't even see that you mentioned that. But I've only used this. I don't know if this thing will still even work because it's pretty old. It's a few years old. But yeah, this might be better to use, to be honest. This might be something. I mean, look at that. That's like exactly what I want. Now, I don't know how strong it'll stay, but that's way, like the way that this thing writes. And I can fill it in too if I want to. I can just, we'll see what it ends up drying like. It's fading a little bit, but it's expected. But yeah, maybe I should get more of these. This is what I should be using. They have these in different colors too. I just never really tried them, never really used them. Now I'm just playing around. Trying to see like, yeah, they look they look similar at all. I think what I can do, I think the best thing I can do, test it. I'll take the jelly roll, I'll right next to it. So there's the jelly roll right next to it, and then we'll use the Uniball Signo. I mean, definitely difference in ability to write. Just for the fact that I can easily write with it, it just makes it better, even if it's not super white. I mean, it's hard for you guys to tell the difference, but there's not much of a difference, to be honest. But I don't know. Maybe if this Uniball Signo is brand new, it might write a little bit better. It's a bit brighter. This one's still brighter. This Uniball Signo is still brighter. But you know, I'm using old pens, so Both of these are pretty old, so not really a true test. But yeah, I mean, a lot of that paint, the Posca paint pen was like pretty good. It would look fine, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna start incorporating that into my arsenal, I think. That could be cool. Yeah, great minds think alike, I guess, huh, Nathan? Yeah. I just remembered that I had that thing, and then I saw your comment. I was like, wow, that's hilarious. Yeah, I think they do make thicker. They make different sizes. You know, this is like an '07, 7 millimeter. Like, see, these are '05, like point 0.5 millimeter. This is a point 0.7, so it's a tiny bit thicker, but you can't even really tell. I couldn't even tell. So yeah, I think that's the way to go. Let's try it on this drawing just once. It looks like on the beak here, there's this light line. We can just put that down. I mean, you can't even tell. Like, there's no difference. So I think I might go this route from now on. And these are archival, right? This is everything's in Japanese. I can't really read it. But I think somewhere in on the Japanese, whoever can read that, I'm pretty sure it says archival. I think Nathan said it's archival too. Yeah, he says they believe they're archival. Yeah, because I think it's some kind of paint, but I don't really. Maybe it's India ink. I don't know, dude. I have no idea. I'm just making stuff up. Anyway, um, oh my Uniball. This one is oh, this one's bigger actually. Yeah, this one's 1 millimeter. So this Uniball is actually 1 millimeter, not zero point 0.7 or zero point 0.5. So I never knew that. Okay, that's interesting. It's funny that this is actually made by the same exact company as this, the Posca. They're both made by the Mitsubishi Pencil Company Limited, made in Japan. So these are made by the same exact people. Uniball. So there you go. Small world, I guess. Yeah, they're acrylic based. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's even better. It's actually more permanent than this crappy white ink that I've been using. All right. We found a new route from experimentation. That's what I love. Got to finding new methods here, new routes to take. And I'll be happy about that one. So I'm going to try to use that from now on. Screw these other white pens that don't work. Done with it. I still think the jelly rolls could be helpful in certain circumstances because they're not as bright. So I can use them for like when I need just a little tiny bit of highlights or something, like reflected light. The jelly roll could still be useful. So I do like those, but yeah. And look, it stayed just as bright. It's like just as bright as the. Yeah, I'm sold. Exactly. Sold. Gosh, I'm a dummy. I've been using stupid materials for this long. Why have you guys let me use stupid materials for all this time? No, I mean, these are still good pens. I mean, it's just, they're so frustrating when they don't write. But when they're brand new, they're really good. I think the problem is, I mean, they're almost gone. Like the ink is just almost gone. But yeah, the tip of them just gets so annoying. So we're gonna add some more dark here. Like I said, I'm gonna show some more light on this dark area of him. So I'm gonna shade the edges, make the edges darker. But we're gonna leave this part light like that. That'll get more of a sense of light. Even though it's not really how the photo is. The photo is a little more subtle, but we'll keep it nice like that, I think. Try to boost the contrast a little bit, keep it strong, or make it strong. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty nice. I think I will have to shade this with some pen. See, that's what I didn't know if the tone of the paper would be enough. I thought maybe the tone of the paper would do it, but I think I'm gonna need some little bit of lines there to show that it's shadow. Definitely. Yeah, give those Posca pens a try. I'm sure they're expensive to find in Iceland, but yeah, it's just something to try, See if you like them. Maybe you'll hate them. But I don't know how expensive these are actually compared to the other pens. They're probably a little more expensive, but they have this little thing in there. So you kind of shake it before you use it. But I don't know. I'll see how it ends up going with my future art. See how they probably will be less frustrating with the white, but maybe that's and then maybe more permanent, but I guess that's the only yeah, they're probably like a pack of I think you buy these in like a pack of 3 or 4, right? Or a 2 pack. They're probably like $5 or something. And these are probably like $3 to $5 themselves. I don't know. I'll have to get a link for that once I start using them. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, gonna have to darken a lot of this slightly. Let's do like a core shadow first, I guess. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I think it's coming along well. I hope. I think I just need a little more shading on the head, and then we're gonna add some grass and some color on the beak and stuff, and it should be in a good place. So this is gonna be tricky. I knew this was gonna be tricky. As soon as I started shading it, that big white area looks pretty flat, so I might have to shade over parts of it, which is gonna be difficult. Or I might have to put some white into to this part of it. Not sure yet. Otherwise, it looks kind of like too colored. But maybe I'm just overthinking. Okay, that kind of helps having that kind of core shadow in there. It does help. Maybe I just need a little bit of transition here. Yeah, there we go. I think that's what we need. We need like more variation here, a little more transition and such, but not too much. It's mostly over here. I want to simplify this, so don't want to make it too crazy. Yeah, there we go. Looking pretty nice, actually. Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay actually. I think it kind of works. It feels like one shape now, possibly. Yeah, I don't know. Looking at it too long, that's the problem. I'll go back to it though. I'm gonna go just into the grass now, I think. Thanks, John and Jesse. Appreciate it. Glad we're getting more Facebook viewers now and stuff. I just wish I had more people over on Twitch, but I understand. People don't really watch this kind of stuff on Twitch, you know. They watch like gamers and other weird stuff. Not that gamers are weird, but you know, they watch like other people. Not a lot of traditional people doing this kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. A lot of digital art nowadays that people stream and do videos of. I'm gonna end up being like a dinosaur, or if I'm not already, like a weird anomaly. Like, what are those tools that you're using? What are you drawing with? What is that? Speaking of digital, though, I watched this yesterday. Was it yesterday? I can't even remember what day. But I watched this crazy movie. I think it's on Amazon Prime. If you're into like sci-fi and futuristic AI type of stuff, it's crazy movie, man. It's crazy movie. It's called Archive. It's from last year, I think. Came out last year. Man, it's a crazy movie. It's so interesting. I really thought it was gonna be boring. I was like, oh man, I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. You know, I'll watch like 20 minutes and see if it was interesting. But man, it really pulled me in. I kept wanting to like know more. Like, oh man, what's going on? Like, know more and more and more. And I was just like, wow, it's very interesting. So yeah, if you're into like sci-fi-ish, futuristic type of stuff, definitely check out Archive. It's a really interesting movie. So just random talk here. If you have Amazon Prime as well, or you can probably find it online somewhere else, but that's where I found it because I have Amazon Prime. So I don't really watch much stuff. That's like the first time I've watched something on there this whole year. I really need to like use it more since I actually pay for it. It's just one of those things, you know. Try to give a little shadow there. So one thing we can do as well, I almost grabbed like the regular white pen. Let's try this jelly roll because I don't need it to be really bright down here. Let's see if we can get some grass strokes with this jelly roll. Just need a few of them. I was going to use that white. I was going to use this thing, but I really don't need like really bright. I don't want this to distract from the Puffin buddy, you know? So we'll just do a few of these. Just give a sense of depth and light a little bit more. Awesome, sounds good. Glad you're able to find them. Five $5 for one. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't know how long they last. I don't know. I mean, I've had this one for many years, actually, like many years. like probably 5 years, and I've never really used it, and it still works. So, I mean, I guess that's saying something for the quality of it, but I don't know when you're actually using it, like how long does it last? But you can at least try it once, save up, try it once and see how you like it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start using it for the rest of this sketchbook and see how I like it. Okay, yeah, I think this, I mean, I think we're pretty much there. We just need maybe a little more shading here. This area, I'm really happy with that actually, how that came out. Looks good. Um, yeah, I'll continue with these straight lines, I guess, on the face here. I didn't really do straight lines with the white, but it's all right. Not gonna worry about it. Just gonna act like nothing happened and that I continue. Okay, looks good. Trying to be quite minimal today with what I'm doing, be conscious of all these strokes and how it's affecting everything. It's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Let's go over some of this white just slightly, just a little too bright. Okay. Oh, it's too dark, but oh well. No big deal. So yeah, there we go. I think we add some color now. I think I feel good about that one. Pretty minimal. I like it. Gosh, I could almost do these drawings on like a half sheet, do two on a page, but I kind of like it though, because you'll be able to frame this, be very minimal and nice. I'm gonna do some background stuff a little bit, so yeah, I'm gonna add. Come on, Grandma, you know me. I'm gonna add some color on his beak, definitely. So, is Twitch new? No, Twitch is not new. It's been around for many years, I think. It's basically just a streaming platform, just for streaming videos. The videos don't stay on there very long. I think after like 5 or 6 days, or maybe a week, the videos disappear. So kind of a bummer. Yeah, he's just thinking, man. He's curious. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do some color around his eye, color on the beak, and then maybe his feet as well. A little bit of touch of orange down there would be kind of cool. And then like a dark blue, ultramarine, turquoisey background. And then I'm gonna eat dinner. But not on stream. I'm gonna end the stream and then I'm gonna eat dinner. Candy had a guinea pig named Puffin. That's cool. Well, I hate using this kind of brush, but I'm going to use it today just to get some small areas like that. Bloop, 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 down here. Where did my palette go? Here it is. Okay. So we're going to mix up some color here. So we got some red and we got some yellow. Look at that, they're conveniently right next to each other. It's just what I need. We'll just mix it in this pool of nonsense right here. Should be fine. And this will be a pretty strong color anyway. I need a washcloth. Okay, here we go. Sorry, folks. Just had to wipe my brush off. Because I don't want this, I can't have it be too wet actually, because it won't work on this paper if it's too wet. So gotta mix it just a little bit thicker, more thick. So that looks like a good color, maybe a little more yellow in it. Yeah, I think that right there. And try it anyway. So that's how I'd mix up a color. Yeah, you made it just in time for the color, Dawn, on Facebook. Thanks for joining on the Facebook one. Support me over there. Be sure to hit the like button, folks, if you're tuning in. Do I ever use color pencils? No, I think color pencils are I think color pencils are creation of the devil, and I will not use them. Anyway, folks, be sure to check out my website, shaverfineart.com. We got some good drawings, pen and ink drawings over there with color and without color as well. And I have some watercolors as well. So if you're new here, definitely go check that out. And I also have a support page where you can, if you like what I do here, or you like my videos, you want to support me, there's different ways to do it on my website. I have a support page, so definitely check that out too. And I'm also going to be posting a new blog post every week on there. So yeah, definitely check it out. And you can subscribe to my newsletter, make sure you get it, stay up to date with all the stuff I'm doing. So I'm going to be hopefully sending those out every week from now on. But yeah, anyway. Thanks, William. I appreciate it. Let's do a test here on the beak. See what this looks like. Yeah, that's really good. That's really perfect, actually. I like this. Gonna carefully put this on. And there are like some little variations here and there, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I'm just gonna keep it one color like this for his beak. Oh yeah, that really brought him to life, huh? Wow, what's going on, Artie? Sitting at the airport. Are you leaving or are you picking somebody up? Or dropping somebody off? Not that you have to give your business. I'm just wondering if you're traveling anywhere. Hope everything's going well. Thanks for tuning in at the airport. Killing some time. Hmm. Yeah, it looks really cool actually. I kind of like that. Kind of like this. This was a good idea. This was definitely a good idea. And then we're gonna put a little bit of, there's a little bit of color around his eye. Like some matching color. It's really cool looking actually. So we're gonna put that in there. It's just a small detail. And then I think we'll probably use the same thing. Maybe I'll add a little bit of yellow to it, slightly. And I want to paint a little bit of his feet, his legs and his feet, because I think that would be kind of cool. Just to give another area of interest of color. Maybe lighten this up too. Okay. Oh, you're going on vacation to Seattle. Oh, that's cool, man. Hope you have a good time. Thanks for tuning in while you're sitting at the airport, man. I appreciate it. Hope everything goes well. Hope you have a good flight, good time, and enjoy yourself. It's pretty awesome. There we go. Got some orange down here and boom, right there. And I think that kind of brings this one to life a little bit. Pretty cool. Not exact same colors, but still cool. Um, I think so anyway. Thank you, Lindsay. It's crazy that I have like two different audiences now. I got like a Facebook group, small little Facebook group of like, 5 or 6 people. Really appreciate you guys. And then I got the YouTube group. It's cool, man. It's really cool. Glad I'm able to stream in multiple places at the same time. It's pretty fun. So, okay. Now now we deal with the background, right? So, yeah, I think, this new experimentation with the color in my art, Don on Facebook says, I really like this new development in your work with the color. I agree. I agree. I think it's really cool exploration and experiment. And I have a video about this coming soon, like in the next week and a half. I have a video about experimenting with your work and stuff that I've been working on. So thanks to everybody who answered the survey lately, on my community posts and in the comments on my YouTube videos. I have like a little survey, and you answer it, and like 5 questions just about what kind of content you want to see on my YouTube channel. It's been very helpful actually. So gonna be making a lot of new videos here soon. Okay, let's see. So background. What do we do with the background, folks? This is always it's always the problem, right? This is always the problem area. I wonder if I should expand this grass, or is it cool that he's just this little island by himself? I kind of like it. But should I do like an oval, like this, or like, he's looking down this way. We got a lot of angles coming down this way. So keep that in mind. Let's take that into consideration. Okay, this white line is a little too strong. So if I can slightly kill that. That will be helpful. Okay, something like that. So yeah, we have a lot of angles going this way, right? He's looking down this way, the shadow's going this way. So if I can have something that's like counteracting it going the other way, I feel like that's the best. Or even just going a little bit the other way, like some kind of like stroke, or even just going straight across would be interesting too. We could have like a straight, loose rectangle shape or something, little box. I haven't done a rectangle, so. Oh, that's a good point, Uncle Bosco. That's an interesting point. So he says puffins are messy, got to go with splatter. You know what? I kind of like that idea. Thanks, Artie. I appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Got some dedicated folks here. He could be in a child's book. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm thinking about making a coloring book from all my animal drawings. I think that'd be pretty cool. But just talking about that today with my sister, making some coloring books. Jesse on Facebook says he would look good with a circle behind him. Yeah, the problem with that? I can show you real quick before I do this. The problem is, okay, not that one. Not that one either. But circle, circle, circle. Yeah, I've done a lot of circles and a lot of birds with circles. So I'm thinking some splattering, kind of like Uncle Bosco said. I think try to cover him up somehow, and we just have some fun, I guess. You know. I'm wondering though. I'm wondering like. I wonder. I almost want to do like some loose strokes of the blue, like loose strokes, and then like some like dabs, maybe like just like a few, like one or two, three, and then some splatters on top of that. Um, so maybe that's what I try. I try to do like a a loose like some kind of loose shape, kind of like let me see, something like these where it's like loose and then like a little bit of splatter on top, like something like whoosh, like or even dry brush like this could be kind of cool, but not that color, more like this type of color. Something erratic, non-symmetrical with splatter would be cool. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Let's go. Let's have some fun. This is a really cool looking drawing, so let's have some fun with it. And I'm just trying to think, should I counteract these angles or should I just go kind of straight with it? And I think we just go straight with it and not worry too much. My cat is looking to jump on my lap right now. This is not a good time. Come on, go away. Go on. Go on. Not a good time. Okay. Jeez. Dry brush and splatter would look good. Okay. Yeah, Kitty's always coming in at the wrong time. So I think this ultramarine blue is nice. Really nice. But it's a little dark, right? I mean, it's a little strong. It's a little dark. To go with that, that's a little too 90s looking for me, like bad design looking 90s. So I'm gonna get this ultramarine, pretty thick mixture, has to be thick. But I'm gonna mix in some of this cobalt teal, this cyan type of color. Want more of like a turquoisey kind of blue. It's gonna lighten it up a little bit too. But hmm, just trying to look at the drawing and see if this is the route I want to take. I feel like it is. Yeah, okay. The splattering with him would look cool. I agree. Yeah, maybe this more turquoisey kind of blue. I think we go for it. Hopefully I can splatter because I don't know. I have to use a little bit more water for that, and I don't know how well. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to go for it and try it. Hopefully this orange and blue looks good. Hopefully it won't look too bad. I've never really used two different colors this strongly before, so maybe something asymmetrical. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna like randomly do something, to be honest. And it could look crazy, but I think I'm gonna go below his beak. I think I go below his beak because if I go against his beak, it doesn't seem right to me. So I'm gonna go like down here mostly, and then like just dabs above maybe. I want the bulk of it to be here, I think. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to think this out before I do it. I don't want to like. Hello, mom. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, mom. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh God, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Between the beak and the feet. Yep. 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 I'm just afraid, like, is the mixture too wet? Is there too much water? I'm like, oh. Uh, okay. Okay. Let's be confident, right? Let's just be confident about something. I don't know. Should I go upward or just straight? Maybe like straight and then. Okay, we have someone who's clearly either young or very disturbed. um, oh, it actually blocked it out. Okay, cool. Just go for it. You can always change it by adding more water or a different color. No, you can't change it. That's the problem, Jesse. You can't really change it. I'm not a full-time artist. I'm not just hobby either. I'm kind of in the middle. I make money from it, but just not a lot, not enough to live on it. But, you know, I could feed myself for a year or something, or 2 years with 1 year of income. But I can't live with it and do everything I need to do. Okay, all right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, that's the thing, Jesse. You can't add a lot of water to this, so that's the problem. And you can't, once it's down, it's down, it's done. So there's no fixing this. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, it's kind of cool, I guess. It's very interesting, right? I mean, it's kind of what we were going for, right? Just something kind of crazy and different. What do you guys think? Take the plunge. Yeah. Like water? What's going on, Aaron? Long time no see. Yeah, definitely. Hope you're doing well. Yep, have a good one, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Artie. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like wing. Yeah, my sister said it's kind of like wings, but it's also like water. It's like, it's chaotic. I guess it captures the nature of the bird, I guess, kind of. It's very metaphorical, I guess. It's very deep. We're so deep here. Go a little lower. Yeah, I don't want to put too much, but I'm afraid of putting too much because I think it'll be overkill, and I don't want to distract from the bird. I kind of like the energy it has. It's almost a little too, I don't like this line kind of almost. If I'm being honest. It's just a little too like straight across, but maybe that's a bit better. Yeah, I don't know. Just trying something, just having fun, right? It's all good. All we can do is I can just go with the flow and just try it and see what happens, you know? Like either it works or I ruin the drawing, you know? So, yeah, see how much paint I have to use? It's like, it's very thick kind of paint. I don't know, do we still need splattering added to it? Possibly. Um, yeah, Christine says now add some splatters. Yeah, it probably would help to have like a little bit of splattering actually. I kind of agree. I kind of agree. Thank you, Tom. Thanks for tuning in. Artie says no, stop. I think like just a little bit, man. Just have faith, a little bit of splattering. I just got to cover him up a bit. Just like right around here, just to like, it's gonna give more slight transition. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna attempt to splatter. Let's see. Um, just very little, very little. Hopefully this will work because I kind of have to use a lot more water to splatter. So I haven't really splattered like this with this kind of paper and stuff. So I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try. Just start out real small. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So we got a little bit there. Maybe at the bottom too here. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Let's reload a little bit. Let's get a little more paint. Let's try this other side. Let's try to match a little bit. Yeah, hopefully this will be good. Hopefully this will look good. Splattering's tricky, you know. Oh, I can't really do it this way. I gotta use like my other hand, but I'm not. I can't do it. Um, okay, let me turn my drawing. No, lost it. Okay, turn my drawing. Okay, a little more water. A little bit more water. Come on. Okay, a little more water. It's not working as much. There we go. Oh yeah, that's it. Look at that. That's pretty cool, right? That came out really well, actually. Those splatters really help. Yeah, you're right, Nathan. Splattering is one of my trademarks at this point. I mean, I'm trying to incorporate that into my style, you know? Like I think it is a part of my style, so to speak, you know? I think some artists have like that kind of a thing where they have a certain style or certain thing that they do. Um, yeah, it's cool. I'm glad you guys suggested splattering because I was not going to take that route at all, but Thank you, Cubs win. How's it going? Yeah, thank you for the suggestion, Uncle Bosco and uh, EJH. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Um, Ed's John. I apologize, but I would love to know how to pronounce your name correctly so I could, or what to call you, who to call you. So let's zoom in. I'll show you guys. Yeah, look how that one came out. Oh, we're missing one thing. Already admits he was wrong. No worries, man. It's all good. You just gotta have faith, you know. I had no idea if it was gonna work, but I think it did. We're missing one thing. We're missing. If you look at the reference, see the little yellow spot next to his mouth? We gotta add that. We gotta add. Otherwise, now that I see that, he looks like he's missing part of himself. You know what I mean? We need that little spot of something right on his face. I don't really know what it is, but yeah, I'm gonna sign it in a minute. I'm gonna sign it in a minute. Calm down. We gotta paint that little yellow spot. Or orange, kind of orangey, yellow orangey spot. Right? Otherwise it's like, yeah, orangey yellow, exactly. I got it, don't worry. I can see it. Don't worry, Mom. Don't worry, I got it. Just kidding, just kidding. Yeah, this water, see, you know what? It's really cool. People have been wanting me to add, I was thinking about this today and recently. People have been wanting me to add pin to my watercolors, but I think it's kind of a cool thing that I add a little touch of watercolor to my pen and ink drawings. Like I do the opposite. You know what I mean? Like it's something that I mean, I'm sure there's other people that do it, no doubt. Like I'm not saying like I'm the only one that adds watercolor to my pen and ink drawings, but you know, most people add like washes, you know, they do like big washes of things and it's a different kind of style, you know. But with mine, I've kind of reversed the idea of like adding pen and ink to your watercolors. Like I'm adding watercolor to my pen and ink. So it's pretty interesting. Yeah, now he looks happier now. And actually, there's one little spot actually I need to add. There's a little line right here of this orange. I just wanted to add that because I kind of like it. Doesn't really matter. You guys can't even see it. I can see it. I know it's there. It makes me feel better. So what I have to do now to finish this thing is I need to darken this. Little gray spot on his beak. There we go. Okay. Oops. And there's a little highlight here on his beak. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay. Let's not touch it. So now, there we go. I think, I don't know, man. I'm pretty happy with this one, actually. Pretty happy with this one. Thanks, Artie. He says, I love how you're fearless. You know, you gotta be, you know, you gotta be. Otherwise, it's like, if you never take the risk, you're never gonna know what it feels like to have something cool like this. You're never gonna push yourself to experiment more, and you learn so many new things. Like imagine if I never started just adding watercolor to these. Like I'd still be sitting here doing the same old boring pen and ink drawing, and no one would care, you know. But instead, I'm like freshening these up. You know, I'm selling a lot more of these pen and ink drawings now because they have color in them. Like they're more exciting to me. It makes the process is more fun. The process is more exciting. Like there's just a lot more to it, and it's all from experimentation. And you got to be willing to push yourself and experiment, you know. But yeah, I have a video coming out on that. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, July 31st. I have a video coming out about experimenting with your work. It's gonna be pretty cool. I have a video coming out this Saturday about it's kind of a random video, not really that great. I kind of made it before I'm changing up, where I'm more focused on the videos I want to do now. But this one coming out this Saturday is called 9 Ways I Make Money as an Artist. So it's just kind of showing like all the different ways I can make money and people can make money being an artist, and how every artist is different. There's different paths, so maybe it'll be helpful for people if they want to make money from their art to try some different things. Yeah, that's a good point. My sister makes a good point. Amanda says, I got out of that fear zone by art journaling, where I could just experiment and not freak out over every little thing. It really helped me progress as an artist. I agree. I totally agree. And it's kind of the same thing with this, right? Like these are in a sketchbook. Like it's just a sketchbook of stuff. Like, you know, I can every day. And if when you do stuff like 2 or 3 times a week, it gives you the freedom to just like experiment. Like if this one turned out crappy, I could just do another drawing, you know, next week or tomorrow. I can just do another drawing. It's not a big deal. But I really love how this one came out actually. Look at that. We used 3 different colors. It's very surprising. But nothing wrong with that, Nathan. He says that I meticulously plan my experimentation. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, being experimenting doesn't mean you have to be like spontaneous or like just go crazy. You know, I planned this, right? Like I planned like to paint his beak. I planned to do the splattering. Once I knew what I was going to do, it's just this is a lot quicker than, you know, other things. But yeah, I think planning's important too. I agree. But that's a good point. I think most people will think like just because you're experimenting, it means you have to be spontaneous or you can't plan it. Like, you know, I plan from now on, I plan to use these things. And I'm going to experiment with these Posca white ink markers or pens or whatever, you know? So that's like a planned experiment, right? So pretty cool. But yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Um, Thanks, Uncle Bosco. He says this drawing is another step in your artistic journey. And dude, it is hella inspiring. Well, hey man, I appreciate it. You know, that's what I don't know where I'm gonna go next with these, you know, like what am I might end up, you know, these sketchbooks might turn into watercolor paper, you know, one day. And I'll just be doing a mixture of, you know, there might, instead of doing watercolor and then doing pen and ink, I mean, they might end up merging together, literally. You know, this is literally like, no worries, Mom. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Hope everything goes well. Yeah, these literally might be like, they might end up merging together. Sorry, folks, my background is ghetto right now. Yeah, so, um, yeah, it's fascinating, right? Like, you know, I said I wanted more light here, but I actually want a little more contrast between his head and his neck. So I think I am going to darken this slightly, at least a little bit, just a touch. It's just a little too light when I'm looking at it, and I just want more contrast there. There we go. It's a bit better. You know, and I'm still not done experimenting. You know, like there's things I have in my mind right now of like things I want to try. I would really, and I'm just waiting for the right drawing. I'm waiting for the right time, which is kind of silly, but I don't know if there ever will be a right time. But I really want to do like an animal drawing or some kind of drawing, and I want to do like a thick outline around it. You know, like just have something totally different that I've never really done, and see like what it looks like. Like maybe it'll look cool. Maybe it's could be another interesting part of my style to have like sometimes have some thicker outlines. You know, most of the time I do have like dynamic kind of line work. Like I try to do like thin and thick. Like it's kind of a normal thing, but I'm talking like like a big thick outline. You know, how will I know if it's interesting style or not, or what it's going to look like if I don't go all the way to it, you know? But hot press paper would be a great next step for your drawings. Oh, that's true. Hot press. Right. That's true. Hey, have a good flight, Artie. Hope everything goes well. Have a good vacation, bro. Thanks for tuning in last minute. Glad you didn't miss your flight. Brothers Karamazov asks, how can I make myself want to draw again? I mean, you pretty much answered your own question, right? Like, how can you make yourself want to do something? I mean, what does that even mean? What does that mean? Like, how can I make myself want to do the dishes? Like, I don't really want to do the dishes. Maybe you don't want to draw. Like, you gotta ask yourself. You either want to draw or you don't want to draw, right? So it's kind of weird to say to make yourself want to do it. It just sounds like you're not motivated. It just sounds like you want to do it, but like you're too lazy to do it. Like you're procrastinating. Or if you don't want to do it, then you don't want to do it and you shouldn't do it. Like, yeah, have a good one, Enrique. Thanks for tuning in, man. Hope you enjoyed this one. This one was pretty fun, but yeah, I'm about to get off here soon, guys. I was just trying to answer any questions I saw. If anybody had any questions or anything, uh, hopefully I didn't miss anything. If I did miss something, just post it again. But yeah, if to make yourself want to do something like that's silly. Like I don't complain while I do the dishes. I do sometimes, but I try to be honest, when I do the dishes, I try to like put a video on or music on, something that distracts me while I'm doing it. So I feel like I'm either learning something or I'm just like watching something. I'm like, you know, the funny thing is I have a dishwasher and I've lived here almost 2 years. I've never used it. Like I just that's a good point, Uncle Bosco. Do the dishes while the watercolor wash dries. Um, yeah, I mean exactly, you know. Oh, that's really interesting, Nathan. So Nathan says I had stopped drawing for about 10 years before starting again about 8 years ago. So there you go. I mean, you got to realize it's never too late to pick something back up or to start something, and you never know when you might want to do that thing, you know. I mean, I was kind of the same way, to be honest. I didn't do it for that long a time because I'm a bit younger. Like, but when I got in, once I got into painting, like 2011, 2012ish, I didn't draw for like a few years. Like, I didn't keep a sketchbook. I didn't regularly draw. I only just now in the last like really last year is when I early or late 2019. That's when I really started drawing more consistently, like all the time. But before that, the last few years, like I just drew every once in a while. You know, I didn't really draw a whole lot. And that's why I don't really have many sketchbooks to show. You know, I have one old sketchbook of stuff that's like half filled up with random stuff, and it's like it's from many years ago. Like I would think if you have to distract yourself while you do something, you don't really want to do it. Yeah, exactly. I was talking about exactly Cubs win. I was talking about the dishes. Like if I when I'm doing the dishes, I don't really want to ever do the dishes. Like it's not something I really want to do. So I just try to like, I try to put on a video that I enjoy or music that I enjoy so that I'm actually enjoying myself while I'm doing them. But yeah, but if you're doing like a painting or something, like if you're forcing yourself to do something you don't want to do, then yeah, you shouldn't really do it. Unless see there's a difference here. There's a slight difference. I made a video on this recently. It's called like um, two things to keep you drawing without motivation. So a lot of people are like, how do I become motivated to draw again? Like how can I get motivation back? Like how can I do this? So here's the drawing again, folks. Paul, my next live stream is probably tomorrow. I usually stream like 3 to 4 times a week if I can. And usually what I do is go check out my channel page on my YouTube. Check out my channel page and then check out my playlists and find the art live streams playlist. You can see all the old live streams. They're not public on my channel, but I made them unlisted in the playlist so you can watch the old live streams. So what I normally do is I'll do pen and ink one day, and then the next live stream I'll do watercolor, and I just alternate like that for now. So, but yeah, the difference is like for me, like drawing and painting like this, being a business and like my YouTube channel, whether I want to do it or not, I almost always nowadays force myself to do this live stream. If I have nothing else to do and I have stuff like, ready to go. Like there's been a few times the last month where I really didn't want to draw. Like I was tired. I just woke up from a nap or something like and I was just like dead and I did not want to draw. But I just did it anyway. I forced because I'm committed to it. I had a commitment that I'm going to do this as much as I can, like all the time. So sometimes even if you don't want to do it, you should do it, but only if that thing means a lot to you, like if you're committed to that type of thing. Because there's sometimes where we're just not feeling motivated to want to do it, right? But you're going to feel better once you do it. And most of the time when I did those drawings, they actually came out really well, and I actually had a lot of fun, and I ended up liking them. It's just that first, it's kind of like going to the gym. It's like you're like, oh, I have to drive to the gym and do all this stuff. Like, I don't want to go to the gym. But once you work out, you're going to feel better afterwards. Like, you're going to feel good. Isn't that a penguin? No, it's a puffin, bro. This bird can fly. To the person on Twitch, Alan on Twitch. Yeah, this is a puffin. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, Paul. Hope to see you again tomorrow. I stream on weekdays. Normally when I stream is 5:10 Pacific Standard Time. That's when I start. 5:10 Pacific Standard Time. So really, some penguins can fly too? Or do they just fall with style? Really, penguins can fly? Bro, I had no idea. That's nuts. Yeah, that's a good point, Cubs win. Cubs win says on YouTube says there's passion and there's discipline. Both are important. That's true. That's a really good point. Yeah. Okay, Amanda. Yeah, I'll post this one after the stream. I'm gonna get off here soon, guys. How long have I been on here? Yeah, almost 2 hours. So I got to get off here, go eat dinner. So anyway, check out my website, guys. SchaeferFineArt.com. I got pen and ink drawings and watercolor stuff. Check all that out. And let me go to my webcam now. So Somebody on Twitch said penguins can fly. They said some penguins can fly. So until I do the necessary research, why am I drawing a British bird? A puffin? I don't know if you're actually serious about that, or I don't know how to respond to that. I'm too dumb to respond to that. I've seen them in Alaska, bro. They're not just British. But I have no idea. I feel like you're making a joke, but I don't know. Yeah, one of my best top 3 drawings. Thanks, Uncle Bossman. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I think it is one of my best. I'm gonna post this one. This one will be up for sale on my website soon. So, oh, we're having a Twitch battle now. Somebody else on Twitch says penguins cannot fly. So, all right. I don't know, man. Thanks for watching, Christine. Have a good one. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully we'll do watercolor tomorrow. Maybe, what should I do tomorrow? I've been doing a lot of architecture lately, and I'm kind of failing at it, so I might do like a natural kind of landscape. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do a building or something, some kind of architecture. I'm not sure. I'll have to look through some photos and see what I feel like doing. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like button before you get out of here. Greatly appreciated. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.